So I'm thinking with this piece, I wanted to do like a yin yang, which would be like this with the blues. So this is all acrylic mixed media so far, and then I treated it and now I'm gonna go oils. So to kind of test out that yin yang, I can take a blue glaze and kind of see what that would look like over here. I kind of have to come over this way, over the nose. What do you think? This kind of needs to be more blue over here, because it's like night and day. This is a fortune cookie, let's see, that I got the other day. It says, dreamers turn their visions into reality. I don't know about this line right there. What do you think? Also, this corner, I don't like the orange and green so much. Let's see. Let me see how that's gonna look. Some oil paints are transparent, some are opaque. This one's transparent because you can see through. You can see through it. So if I put an opaque color there, you wouldn't be able to see any of the underneath. So when oil glazing, you want to use transparents for sure. And then I could keep, you know, this is a cool transparent right here, like kind of magenta, and I have a warmer one that I could put up in this corner. But yeah, that kind of gives me an idea of what that looks like. Maybe I'll bring some of that glaze down this way. I really like the brightness of this blue right there, so I don't want to cover that up. I just got my Prussian blue, which is a much darker blue than I was using before. It's one of my favorite colors, actually. And I want to glaze this fortune cookie, but I still want to be able to read it. Anyway, so there is the Prussian blue coming in. And you can still read it. I could wipe some of it away. But that looks kind of like what I was envisioning. I like it when I have all this texture underneath, and sometimes you can really see it, and other times it's like in the layers, which can be really cool. So you'd really have to look at this painting to notice that little fortune cookie. There's like a line there. Alright, I'm gonna get a little bit lighter of a blue. I feel like it might help if this line is more visible, just because it disappears into the shadow. Maybe there's some reflective light there, just catching the shape of the face or the chin. A lot of the time it's like, how does it make you feel? And you can kind of look at certain areas of the image and decide up close how it might make you feel. I have a lot of photography experience too, so in that I know where the highlights and shadows might go in a face. I have years and years of photography under my belt. Here's kind of a magenta color that I was thinking for this corner up here. So I think I like that better than the yellow that was happening. Yellowy orange, but you can still see the yellowy orange through it. It fades into this blue. It's pretty cool. And when you use glazes and layer up like that, I mean, I could take the edge of my brush and do some scratch marks in there. That can be fun. Or you can kind of like wipe it away. And I think I want to go get a small brush and kind of really pop the sun by getting in between the lines and putting a glow around it. So I'll do that next. Oil takes days to dry, so I can put this white in here and it's still wet paint. If it were acrylic, it would be dry and it wouldn't mix together, wet on wet. So oils can be a lot of fun when you need, have time to make those choices. And I'm not going for perfection. I mean, I could get out a magnifying glass and be so careful to get all the edges just right if I wanted to. Or I could have laid it down where this was in the underlayers. I could have planned this out better and it would have turned out different, like more perfect. But ultimately, I'm actually okay with imperfection. None of it's necessarily perfect, but that's what I love about this painting and all my paintings is the organic flow. The perfectly imperfect. Oops, that's supposed to be the spiral. My perfectly imperfect, messy spiral.